Honestly, I had a friend, Travis Allen, who's actually he's at open mics tonight, but he kind of like there's like a really he had been doing it for a couple months or maybe even like a year or so, and I had always wanted to do it, but I was like too much of a baby to kind of like actually like do it, and so he's like, it was like one of those like, come on, and I'm like, okay. That's really how it happened. So, I went up and I brought my notebook and it was awful and it just, comedy. That works. I mean, honestly, it always changes, but like probably Dave Anthony's Shame Chamber. It's just like a really good, like kind of underrated, like kind of slow burn comedy album. Like it's not really like burn up the charts or anything, but Dave Anthony is like one of the funniest people like doing stand up right now, and he like writes for Marin and Shame Chamber. It's like I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to cuss, but like it's an amazing album. So everybody should check that out. You always want to like go on tour with like your friends or whatever. That's like someone like Travis would be like maybe my first pick, or just David Allen, anybody local. But like if it was a famous kind of like a fantasy almost, I would say like maybe like Tom Segura or like even Dave Anthony. Not that either of those things would happen, but like those would be two cool dudes to tour with. I think seem like pretty interesting guys. Don Rickles, just because he's a master of like insulting people. Roasting Norm Macdonald. I think Norm Macdonald is a great roaster. He's just a great comedian. I would just love to see that. He's so weird when he does anything, but yeah, roasts especially. Greg Giraldo was always really good. If you want to talk about dead people, for sure. Fucking horrible that he had to go. Let me see, was that 3? Let's see. So like 2 other roasters. Who's really good? All right. If we're gonna let's just throw it in. Let's just shorten this up. Gilbert Gottfried, just because Gilbert Gottfried, just to hear his beautiful angelic voice that everyone loves so much. And let's go back and you know what? Don Knotts. Who cares? Let's just say Don Knotts at the end. I don't even know if he's a comedian, but he seems like he'd be really nervous and wouldn't want to do it. So let's just force him into it, just for my sake. If I have to force somebody to do it, I don't know. We were talking about Don Knotts earlier, so it made sense. As far as like sitcoms go, I really love. I don't know if it counts, but New Girl is really great. I think it's just like a really balanced cast of characters. It really works. It's just got a lot of funny jokes. It's got a lot of really funny characterization in there. As far as sketch shows, I really love. Probably my favorite is that Mitchell and Webb look. It's a British sketch series. With I cannot remember their names. I'm so terrible. You can fix this in post and look them up. But that Mitchell and Webb look, they're really good. Kind of like almost like a, I don't want to say the second coming of Monty Python, because that like kind of is just like, oh, they're also British humor, but like check them out for sure. Like it's an amazing show. I just saw it, so it's really just fresh in my mind. But I just saw I'm Still Here with Joaquin Phoenix, and that's like just a fascinating kind of glimpse into like someone who like kind of commits to a bit and doesn't drop it. Like they really like just kind of go at it, and it's not a funny comedy thing, but it's fascinating to see someone kind of make fun of or satirize like the paparazzi and just like Hollywood in general, and kind of get one over on those guys while almost like borderline destroying his career. I don't know how that works, but like it's like a fascinating kind of just trip just down like this whole of burning bridges and all that kind of stuff. And as someone who is like super angry, I guess, and wants to be creative. It's like an interesting look into someone who actually committed to that, but completely as a social experiment. So that's kind of dense, but it's really good. I think everyone should check it out. It's very low rated on Netflix, but it's if you're into like comedy, if you're into commitment, if you're into like performance art, it's an absolutely like it's one of those like must watch kind of films. Absolutely. I mean, definitely sketch comedy. I love sketch comedy. I don't understand it. It's difficult to write for me personally, but I love being a part of it. I love performing. I love acting. I'm not very good at it, but I love all that shit. So I absolutely want to be probably honestly sketch comedy. Like that's just like if it's not stand up, it's sketch comedy. It's being fucking doofy and acting like an asshole. Like just and somehow getting paid somewhere along the line. That'd be great. If not, that's fine. But yeah, just goofing around with friends and telling jokes. That's all I want to do. 5 years is, I mean, probably ODing, but like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I would like to be, probably gonna try and move to Portland. I don't know where it's gonna be after that. I'd love to just do comedy, get paid to do comedy, and kind of like pursue that as an actual job, whatever that entails. If it's writing, if it's hosting, if it's in any way, if I can be a part, like I know that this is like where I want to be with, like, not necessarily at a bar, but definitely like doing jokes, telling jokes, that kind of thing. So wherever that takes me, comedy-wise, who knows? I'm not gonna. Maybe I might not have an album. I might not have like an HBO special or whatever. But I want to be involved in some way. I know that this is like the best way to really get a message to people. And I think that's like super important. So I want to be a part of that. I think that's it's a weird sea change. Like I feel like in the past it was, I don't know who like held like that torch of like giving kind of information to people, like these people that just read and they were like angry and I don't know if it was newspapers or what, but now we have stand-up comedians, and if I can't or won't or whatever, if I can't like get a message out to people, I want to like at least foster like the ability to like make that happen. I want to facilitate it. So whatever in the next 5 years is going to happen, it's definitely going to be comedy related. I'm on Facebook. My name is Christian Moore. I am on Instagram. I'm slow.pony_. That's a horrible fucking username. I'm trying to think of where else. Oh, one Chris Moore on Twitter. You can find all of my sub 140 character thoughts on there. It's all of my short thoughts. Long thoughts go to Facebook. Short thoughts go to Twitter. My name is Christian Moore, and go to cutiepie.com and check out. I checked out this interview. It's gonna be awesome. Go to Cutie. This guy's great. He does stand up. I don't know. Are you listening to me? Are you in there? Is there anybody in this camera or what's going on? But no, seriously. This guy's awesome. He does stand up. He interviews comedians. He's all about the cause. So, cutiepie.com. Check it out.